Hi everybody, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. Thanks for stopping by. Today is, of course, well, first off, it's a restricted access reading, timeless, meant for only current practitioners of light and love. All others must leave. There is no space for them. Angels of light and love, I call you in to direct and protect these messages, my auras, my chakras, and that of my viewers, because we need it. We need to be at our best. So you might be very much like me. We're going to start projects today. Do you like my farmer shirt? It's denim. It's handmade by someone else, some other creator, I realized, probably from the 70s, because look at these tweet. Well, it's like butterfly. It's a butterfly collar almost. But Western, don't you love it? I love it. And little flippity flop kind of things. Awesome. Cuffs. We got it. I have kept, you see like how crispy this is? Alright, enough of that. Actually, there's not enough of that, obviously. Okay, it's a Thursday. Snappy snap. Oh yes, I invite my bestie ancestor. My bestie from beyond, from the beyond. That's what I shall call her for now. Okay. So when I did run into one of them, and my peers. And, I decided I wasn't going to go ahead. I normally probably would not visit this type of a reading because some of the topics I feel like are intrusive. It's like, it's none of anybody's business. Like when it comes to like top secret stuff like this, or, like very serious missions, or, I don't think it should be publicized, but there's enough written with our journey that not everything needs to be divulged. Some of it can for like motivators, and I decided not to be afraid of how I felt when I encountered the reading on my feed, and I thought that this was a great opportunity to showcase trust in the divine. That you can also trust them in not in knowing who we are at our best and our worst, and all of the layers in between that cake. So it's just important to be more on board on a 360, especially if I'm going to try trance channeling. I just feel like it's it's part of the whole routine. It's part of the whole gig anyway. It's a blended partnership, honestly. So, what should I call it? What do we want to say about that? So it's just important to trust in the divine, and this is why I'm doing the reading. That I think that this will give a few snippets without the allowance to divulge the rest, because that's part of the reason why, like, I protected my space yesterday when I took care of myself. And I know this is TMI or whatever, but there's no minors should be on here. So, and I took precautions of protecting my space. I did it. Like, I know I did. And, my ancestors were still like, no bitch. They're still, there's still some kind of, there's some kind of access point that someone found, like red tape or something, like they found how to get through or whatever. Why am I telling you this? Shoot, angels, what is it that, why did I share that part of it? Spirituality, accents, and I don't know. If I remember, I'll remember. And I meant to remember, but maybe it's just like a bookmarker for later. I don't freaking know. But we'll find out. Yeah. It always bothers me when I don't remember what I was going to say. Darn it. That's okay. It's okay. I forgive myself. Gosh, it was from... Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Stick to this. My ancestors are so, like... Gosh. Business. But this is... I was part of it. Gosh. They're just very focused. And, you know... like us, they've lived, you know, lives, other cycles here on Earth. So, like, to go through it again, they're like, you know, they're a little bit more stern, the tough cookie love, you know. Yeah, I'd say so. So, all right, what's the spiritual tea? Okay. Oh yeah. They'll know. Thank you. Gosh, frick, see, they understood. They're like, okay, you made your point, with us, but you know, there's certain access points where they'll know us, enough to be able to, know what to say to us, like what they allow within our consciousness or even our subconsciousness. I told you it's encrypted. The greater mission that we have, the more encrypted it is. That's just the way it has to be, and I love it. That's what it is. Okay, it's like dark angel, or you heard the bump. You heard it. Mm-hmm. You know, the TV series. It's either like Dark Angel or the one that I forget what Jennifer Garner was in. What is it? Somebody got to say it on the thingaling, the comment section, or ping me at. Dark Angel was Jessica Alba. What was the other one? I don't remember, but they honked the horn on that. Okay, so anytime I heard, on my last reading, oh my gosh, the horn served as confirmation all throughout, even though I didn't hear it on everything. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy cool. The universe hears. The universe hears, roars, speaks. Okay, something fell in between here. That is a Chariot in reverse. Of course, yes, we're parked. Okay, so the spiritual tea, they said, like, okay, people are sitting and they're waiting, like, come on. So let's do it. Okay. What's the spiritual tea on me? I don't know what to expect because I'm using the same deck that I've been using. And again, we're being challenged to working against lack mindset here. We're confronting any fears that we have right now, you know, as much as possible. We're being practical with our time, you know. Alrighty, what's the spiritual tea on me? That is very similar to, you know, something that you could learn for yours, you know, kind of they're flags. I don't think they're going to be the red flags because we get plenty of those, so, but, you know, they could be inclusive of that. Yeah. Oh, I have to tell you, I did notice that there is somebody, like, following, like, watching and monitoring me and my drop-offs with my children. Do you know how crazy that is? I think that's because karma is coming through in getting these people. So they're trying to exercise some kind of control. I don't know. Like, we are perfectly protected in every way. And that's part of the mantras that we should have. I'm going to share with you, of course. I think it's a Doreen Virtue had that affirmation. We are perfectly protected in every way. And mine, personally, is we are immune to your toxicity. We are immune to all of your toxicity. Because again, like, when you're working with, like, the laws of the universe when it comes to resistance, that which you push away or detract or, ward off, the more protection you do, the more it attracts the polar opposite. But so it's like ignorance is bliss. The shit is there anyway, so you have to take a stand either way. So I mean, if you have a spine, right? So let me put my hair up because it's doing this whole like Pearl Jam thing. Ow! Goodness gracious, it was just a joke. Okay. What's his name? Eddie Vedder? Drop it. I don't know their music too well, but it was like 90s grunge, like indie. And, so if it, I think, ow, I just poked myself in the face. It's okay. If you have a favorite of theirs, drop it in the comment box. You're going to help me channel music, if anything comes to mind. Otherwise, the angels of light and love, and, my groupies, my spiritual groupies are going to put it down, lay it down, Okay. Anyway, here we go. What is the spiritual tea on me? It is 8:50 in the morning. Good morning. It's sunny. There are no clouds in the sky. Okay. See, I had a little conversation in my head with the ancestors, and I'm going to be straightforward about this. Like, you can be, like, straight up with your ancestors, but, have a little disrespect. I mean, I had a little disrespect, they said, but it's authentic, because like if you're holding a statement in, like you should be able to talk to them like they're your bestie too, like if you're holding shit in, you're just causing resentment. You're not being honest with them, but like you need to be as respectful as possible, and some of that and as honest as possible. And part of that, if you feel like slighted in certain ways, you need to like be able to speak up like properly, like honestly. And in my head I was saying, because they were like kind of speeding, they were on like a road, like a speedway, when it came to messages. They're like, let's just get to it. You have shit to do, Tina. We give you so much bumper room. Come on. Feels like LA traffic here. Anyway, oh shit. Oh yeah, so then I'm in my head, I was commenting and I was like, see, that's why I don't call you guys in. Because the angels will remind me. They give me like more of a forum and free reign. Like with you guys, I just like have to stop, and I have to like it frustrates me. And they just help me remember. I said there was a point to it. So they're also able to let go too and give me back my forum. Because I'm the one that's alive here, and they're just grateful that I called them in for like direct advice, like put them in the primary seat when it came to the sounding board, the spiritual committee. We need to be able to call onto them, as soon as possible, whenever possible. They're like our inner, we're already adopted into their inner circle, okay? They want what's best for us, like, so badly. But you have to call in, the right ancestors of light and love. Because, there's ones in the dark that, that will work for me, It's not really, like, to my absolute highest good, but they'll come in for me. If somebody's treating me like absolute shit, and the law needs to be laid down, I gave the angels, my core team, yesterday or the day before, rights to, like, their best, like, executive judgment when it comes to, or chief judgment, anyhow, when it comes to, like, laying down the law, if they're going to carry it out themselves, or if they're going to employ, other ancestors, because if they're watching me and my kids during our private time, come on. Ooh, it's getting hot. Okay. Alright, what is the spiritual tea on me? Okay, that is first off, 9 of Wands. Okay. It looks like I am a soul survivor, or one of the very few survivors that was able to attain high position, while defending oneself, while creating boundaries. Like, I probably have the highest standards that they've seen when it comes to, dipping into the spiritual realm. Like, I just dove into it, and I was like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want, like I'm getting the image. They told me, instead of a white picket fence, you decided to have, like, platinum, like a triple layered fence, like metal, dipped in, like, platinum, like, with embossed or, like, engraved with, like, 24 karat gold, and, like, shielded by, like, diamonds, like, beveled into it. Like, they're like, you got a little bougie with your standards, Tina. But I'm good with that, because we're all living in the same quarters. And they're good with it because it's like, these are the intangibles which should not be forgotten. And how are you going to forget? How are you going to forget a bougie fence like that? No. So, when things are in disarray in the outskirts, and, like, shit is, like, truly, like, in destruction. Do you see even, like, the taller building than this one is, like, all fucked up at the top, So it's knowing that, we intend to build an army, a team, an empire. And, that's why we've collected all of this. It's not hoarding. It's building structure with the basics to defend ourselves. And it's not all meant for just one. So that's the spiritual tea so far. Mm-hmm. Oh, the tower moment has struck. I got several signs on it yesterday. In fact, I posted, like, a series of my favorite finds, and it duplicated one picture. It didn't want to show. So I had to archive it to repost it sometime today. I don't know. But I got several signs that the tower moment is already striking. And also this morning, like, crazy, like, major, like, headliners on what shit is happening. I'm not supposed to go back. I'm not even supposed to, like, blinders. That's yours. You experienced it in full. I'm not. You cannot siphon my energy worth shit. Nope. Nope. No. You get to feel whatever that is. You get to do that. That's yours. Go away. Yeah, and the wonderful thing about this is that, like, they know that I can see. They know that I know. But I get to give them the privacy, the luxury of privacy within their own downfall, so that they can learn. So it's not like an in-your-face type of thing. Like, they can't use that as an excuse. No, experience your karmic lesson in full, like you're supposed to. Okay? I have no more part in that. I did my job. That's it. So, Tower moment is happening. Staying low, staying grounded, staying focused on what this represents. You tried to bring them along, but you could only carry them so far. You could, like, that was the deal. We weren't supposed to be there when all of that happened. They warned us. That's a spiritual tea. Oh my gosh, I keep getting like physical signs. There's something like twitching, poking there. Crazy. What is it? Just sitting, just hoping, just something. That's, I don't know. That's like the oldie song. But most definitely. You know what this looks like? It looks like somebody's like in the passenger seat. Right there. You know, it's like a white, test dummy or something. Crash test dummies. You know this, that song? Anyway, that's what that is. So it's like the other person, oh my gosh! I don't know if it's the driver or the passenger, but like, those seats that eject like out of, like, I don't know, out of an airplane, is it, or something like that? But that's what I'm getting. It blasted out, like, oh my gosh, somebody got knocked out of, like, at least one person, but knocked out of this world. Like, first time I've ever seen that, like, in the, do you see that? And the body is white. So, like, surrender. That I've never seen such a, oh my gosh. Facing fears accomplished. I got some messages here. You know what I feel? Look at the colors here. The blue, the grayish, the white, the peach. Some of us should be working with sodalite. The crystal sodalite. There's many different kinds of sodalite. Very beautiful, like cloudy marble. How do I say it? It's like cloud-like structures marbled together when it comes to, somebody look up the properties of sodalite. I know that like lapis lazuli, with the blue, it's like the sword of truth kind of marbled in there. But there's like a sunset. So, definitely it carries those hues. Yeah. I've never gotten that message before as far as working with sodalite, so that's important here for any of the parties. Yeah, okay. It's important to get our exercise too. Okay, I'm getting this hidden message here because the legs look like it's starting to atrophy. Yeah. Even yesterday when I posted my picture, I was like, oh, my ass doesn't feel as thick as it normally does. It's still squishy. Anyway, but it's fine. We're good. Yeah, needing to work on the muscles, especially on in the foundations, the root, as well as the arms. Very important. Whether you're male, female, however you identify. It's strength training also starts, you know, not like, it's not just like an intangible thing. Obviously it's a physical, we're not just using metaphors here, like, but they go hand in hand. Like when I used to study, and like I'm very strict with my studies. Like I have to understand every single thing on the page before I flip it over. Like exact, like I cannot be interrupted whatsoever. Like I'm the kind of person like in grade school where they ask you a question and you write out the answer, and people just usually write out the answer so it's not in a complete sentence. But I would rephrase I would pull an Alex Trebek, like kind of inversely anyway, writing the question or within the answer, you know. And like I would make my full-on sentences, even when they said like, oh, you get to have extra credit, you know, not extra credit, but like free time after. No, I would do it. My mother never told me to do that. Nobody, as far as I can recollect, that was just something that was my standard, like my Virgo rising. Hella. Didn't take the shortcuts. Like I don't know what the fuck it is about me. It's just like, no. Like, why would you do that? You're like already setting yourself up for lesser success rate, you know? My parents weren't like, okay, so let's look at the Wall Street Journal now, you know, when I was like 10. They never did that. No. And my parents are very serious about business and like structure and this and that, but they would have been just fine if I was just like the other kids and like writing down like just the answer, just like get it done, you know? But I guess overall, I gotta give my parents some credit and my background some credit for instilling that life of discipline. Very important. Why did we get to that? Being thorough. Okay. The lesson plan. Okay, so when it came to like the rubric of studies, like I wanted to make sure, because it always felt like a snag moving forward if I didn't understand a particular thing, if I just kind of skipped over or glazed over something, like it would always bother me as I would elevate to the following chapters. So what I would do if I would get frustrated or like kind of burnt out, like, or nearing that, was like after like a couple hours of study, I would do like push-ups or squats or whatever to kind of reactivate my body within the present moment, and then like I would feel good about that, and then it would just kind of distract my mind. And if you have ADHD or anything like that, I've never been diagnosed with such, and there's nothing wrong with it, but like I know I'm not going to be gaslit into like believing something that is more of a symptomatic thing within channeling, or like the conditions of bullshit of like, you know, the bullshit part of the past 20 years. So anyway, I would go back to my studies and I would feel so much more refreshed. And so it's just like kind of like a little secret thing that I learned along the way. Nobody taught me that. I just decided like, hey, let's do that. And so like when they say like listen to your body, do that. Even if like it seems like two different worlds that you're creating solutions for, it hits it both. So okay. And that's why we are one of the very few within, if not the only one, within this position. This is power right here. Even if we stand alone, this is transient, you know? The worst news is nearly over, you know? Good times ahead. May not feel like it right now, but let's work towards that. During this downtime, we could be like push-ups. You know, we could still keep low without dumbing ourselves down, without having to go so low key. Like, no, we keep our vibes up. We keep like them like prime. That's a spiritual tea. Okay, what is that? High Priestess and Empress. What the freak? It's like I'm got some legs. This is the spiritual tea. This is it. Like, how could you, like, these are sisters. Like, do you see that within the major arcana? First one is Magician, but this is the High Priestess is the Empress, like in Magician's mode. That's what I'm feeling like, because receptivity and all that you can do with the elements. Come on. Abundance. That's the spiritual tea. That, like, I can be soft and, you know, grow and create sustainability and be your greeter. Not the welcome mat, but the greeter. In this new neighborhood, like, for real, like, you would not guess that there's destruction elsewhere, because, like, do you see how beautiful that is? This is a Better Homes and Garden, like, sunset magazine cover. Every time you encounter that. And this is the on the inside, where this is like a militant man. Militant woman, you know. Where we have experience with different types of weaponry. Different schools of thought. Because you see that? A crossbow, arrows, a gas mask, something that is like, you know, hands-free. And who knows what's in that lockbox? It's unlocked. That's what they said. The spiritual tea is that lockbox. Oh wait, it's locked. But I can unlock it at any time. Oh, I'm kicking. Oh, I'm taking names just like they are. Like, they're, oh my gosh. They told me automatic writing. That's automatic writing. I'm taking names in order to kick ass. In order to create a team that kicks ass. Holy shit. That's so cool. Yeah. That's 4 of Pentacles right there, owning it. Like a pro. We've got electricity. What song am I getting? Electricity. It's not how they say it, but it's like a disco, like 70s song, like a funk song. Electricity. I don't remember all of it. But some of you know what I'm talking about. But light is coming through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 panels. That's 6 of Wands hidden right there. That is victory laid out. Plain sight. It's hidden in plain sight. 6 of Wands. That's the spiritual tea. That's so cool. That's so cool. And I love mittens like this. Because, like, to be able to navigate, to feel the warmth of your hot cup of coffee or whatever. Like, I like to feel things in a tangible, like, the most tangible state possible. And to be able to, like, not have to constantly do that, taking off your mittens. I love it. We know that we live transient lives. We know that every step that we make makes not just impact, but like, or not just like a sound, because I walk hard. Everybody knows. Every job that I have worked at, like any employer knows my walk. Just audibly, visually, and like they know. my presence is coming through. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. But I leave impact. I leave imprints. I leave energetic imprints. That's what like the part of the blessing is. Like I even program my steps to leave. This is a little secret. So if you're like, know your magic, okay? Just trust your magic. Especially if it's for the greatest good. So when I make each step, I put in the intention that anyone who walks within that path at all, that crosses that path, will be blessed with, you know, good vibes or the blessings that are due for them, etc. And it's wonderful. It's the best offering that you can give to the spirit of the place that you're in. Absolutely. The best gift ever. Because you're speaking of the spirit of the place and the ancestors, the guardians of that place. Absolutely. This is wonderful. Holy smackerels. I love it. I love it. I love it. They also say that, like, I am definitely immune to their toxicity, because guess what? That gas mask also, like, matches. I have a stylist. I really do have a stylist from Beyond the Veil, or Beneath the Veil. I do, because look, it's matchy with the mask, and that depicts like the heart chakra. So when we work from the heart, we are immune to their toxicities. That's like the game face that we put on. Yup. See, they're dropping truth, morsels of truth here. I love it. They are amazing. Okay, so Queen of Cups. It was in reverse, so I can't lie. So this might depict somebody who like has a little bit of like a lack of confidence, but like has it all, really. Highly intuitive. Oh, okay. So they're telling me, gosh, I keep spitting. Do you see that those things? Okay. Anyway, the spiritual tea on me is that sometimes, yeah, okay, I'll have like a little bit of my confidence levels are low, but honestly, like, I've got it all given that I am the Queen of the Cups, also in the underworld. Like, I can just look at things kind of unafraid. Like, just like yesterday, or I don't know, whenever I kicked out that other, poser, faker, stranger danger, fake. But like when I called it out in front of him, it's like, they said you're not good for me. They said, and when you ask certain questions and you work in the light of truth, they can't lie to you. There's something about like the formula of the way the universe works when it comes to like, I know that they work based on lies, but when you are carrying like Archangel Michael's sort of truth, like, you're granted that kind of like permission, almost like it's like the lasso of truth with Wonder Woman. Like, they can skirt around it, they can try, but like, you'll know. It's so like, there's like no words, a stuttering, a leaving, or or just like diverting the question, or answering the question with a question, or like with an automatopoeia, like, oh, or like not even a real answer, like, oh yeah, that's weird. So I did that. I practiced that. And it's like sometimes when, you know, like the angels, they've taught me, you don't need to like come in aggro all the time. No need for that. Like a lot of the jobs that we do, we use our discernment in like creating calm within like stressfully positioned situations. So, you know, it's like some of those situations are just like no sweat. Like, don't sweat it. You know? That's it. You're the Queen of Cups. In the underworld, like, just know your position. Like, know where you stand. Know where you are. Like, just the acknowledgement of that and the trust in that is so grounding. And that even if, like, you're strung up or not feeling at your best, not at your most confident moment, you have further, they're telling me that I have further insight, further access to the underworld because of those shadows. And because I'm not afraid of facing them, this, like, it's still upright, but, you know, they can see it in the underworld that I'm still the Queen of Cups, and they can still recognize it easily. Like, they can respect that, because not only do they wish they can do that, but it gives them hope that they can do it. That's so sweet. I'm, like, tearful on the inside. It's for real. It's good. It's, oh, you know what I'm getting? Like, you know, the Munsters, that blonde girl, the only one that looked like normal, just like that. Definitely. I like it. Okay, I have to cut this short, but we can do like a part 2 or whatever. So also, thank you to the creator that recently came up with this, you know, what's the spiritual tea on you? The one that did it, like, it may have been done before, but I have never seen it done before. So credit to the one that did it recently, like within the past 24 to 48 hours. So good job. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Pentacles. Yep, they're saying great job. Yeah. So, this is like, they're saying that I'm highly abundant, that I've already created the atmosphere, set the tone, and it's just about like follow through maintenance, just continual. Like, it's not about like being persistent, like it's not like an aggro type of thing. The feels behind this is like, just keep it up, keep up the good work. Definitely. So to shift our tone, even just a smidgen, not only just helps us and our higher selves, but like that of the rest. So great job. Like, because I told you I don't like doing the, like, what's the gossip on you, what's the tea on you, etc. Even like laying out like what other people think of us, to give more energy to that. Like, even if they just like say that, it's bringing down our vibrations. So anything that you can do to just like positively turn it up, like the universes are so grateful for, because like I know that there's like numbers and head counts, and you don't want to like ruin your positioning, your safety, like the safety blanket of like having a certain head count, because like T does, you know, interest a higher head count. But like you did it wisely, you know, you can do it not just wisely, but like cranking it up so that it really does serve a higher purpose. And that is what we're doing. That's what you did. That was good. So and I feel like with energy, reading energy, like I can pretty much read a book by its cover. Like, I know that there's like a fuller context behind it, but like at face value, I can trust it, because even reading a person's avatar, seriously, like, what? I didn't know I could do that. Excellent. Okay, final card. Oh, I forgot to pull out the 10 of Pentacles here. What dreams may come. Okay, that was the bottom of the deck. I don't want to forget about that. Because that was great. We could have ended it right there, but you know me. Where did it put you? Oh, pending victory. The top of the deck was the Six of Wands in reverse. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Do you see that in the deck? Spirit right behind it. Like, they wanted me to find it. They're just like, you don't have to like feel like you're in lack mindset. Not even the slightest. You don't need to like frame stuff like this just like so that it'll last longer. You know, so they're like, take a picture, it'll last longer. That's what the divine is telling me. It's the same thing, like framing it, because they got it all under control. It's under the protection. Like, yes. So think about that for a second, okay? Like, for real. Like, Spirit is still with us. Like, just in the shuffle of things. I told you, the top of the deck was the Six of Wands in reverse. It's pending victory. Fucking awesome. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors of light and love. Thank you to my bestie from the beyond. You did fabulous. You're doing wonders. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, angels of light and love as well. Did amazing. And, yeah, thank you to my spirit guides. Special shout out to my spirit guides. I know, like, I don't speak enough about you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The previous, upcoming, current, bravo. Because it's still a partnership, even when, like, one clocks out and another clocks in that place. It's still a partnership. It's an ongoing, like, chain, you know? What am I getting? Fleetwood Mac? Something chain. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. At this time, this reading is officially over. So I close all portals because of the wonderful things we do. Yeah. Need some resting. I enjoy and I respect my time, and I'm glad that you do too. So thank you in advance for that follow through. Until we meet again, have a good day.